December 10, 1944. I told you my beloved legions of victory, as I come this afternoon through the atmosphere of Earth, there floods around a great cosmic circle of pink flame, to make you feel the cosmic power which is within the cosmic love for which you call, for that is the first part of my victory. I told you some time ago that cosmic love, cosmic forgiveness, and cosmic victory were one, for you cannot have one without the other two. As I come into the atmosphere of Earth, it is like receiving a breath of fresh air to step into this room and find the radiance which is about you, and the calm happiness in your feelings. I want to thank you for that radiance in this room today, for I shall come with my legions and my beloved 12 this time to help cut away from you more quickly some of the things which as yet have not let go of you. Some of you have not let go of them. Now let us today part company with all that has distressed you. The first fundamental of that is to give you the complete understanding, I mean complete at this. 433. Time, which is as much as you can comprehend in the intellect, for I shall do the rest of what is required in your feelings. Please therefore, hold the harmony, go on with your decrees, and govern every feeling within your solar plexus. The moment it is not happy and the purity which you know should be there, then command it into the violet consuming flame, and you shall have release from some of the things which have been the cause of your distress for so long. I want to take up today the explanation of why, if you are to be free and have the use of these greater powers, you must be free from resentment. Our greater powers are standing above you like an ocean of blazing, dazzling light, so bright you can scarcely look into it. The cosmic flame and light substance awaits the opening to rush through you, and to fulfill your calls even as the words go forth. However, that must be held in abeyance until you, understanding the law consciously of your own free will, command that never again shall resentment register in your feelings. Now let us go deep into the explanation of this, so you may never forget it, for I am registering this in your brain structure in letters of living light, which you shall remember for eternity, and the radiation from which will go forth to assist others to a like freedom, because this illumination of which I speak is freedom for all mankind from all human selfishness and discord. Resentment is a frightful thing, my dear ones, and there is no such thing as righteous indignation. Resentment against what you feel is unjust, or against that which seems to be wrong, is hate, and the reason it is so subtle in its destructive activities upon you, if you allow it to exist in your feelings, is because when a condition is wrong and the individual feels resentful about it, that one feels justified in resenting it, and therein comes the trap. Because resentment is hate, and nothing in all creation justifies you sending hate to any part of life in the universe, nor to substance. Why should you, when your life contains within it the power and directing intelligence by which you can correct the condition you resent? Resentment is the cause of illness. Resentment, my dear ones, is hate. Now please do not deceive yourselves longer. Therefore, with the knowledge which has been given in this I am activity, and your conscious acceptance and direction of the various activities of the sacred fire, by which you can burn out anything in this universe that is wrong, it is but a matter of application and continued effort. There is no situation on the planet which justifies resentment in your feelings. So today you must know the truth, and that truth will set you free if you will remember never again to resent anything which seems to be an injustice to you, because if you really accept the hand of your presence, of the flame of love from your I am presence, which is beating your heart, if you believe you have a presence, if you believe there is a law of forgiveness, if you believe there is a divine power of life which is greater than human wrong, then you should waste no time nor energy resenting the thing which the great powers of life in the universe around you can wipe out of existence, at your call. Now then, as part of that same action of the law, I want to help release you from something else, help you release yourselves, rather. Many times in your association with each other, or mankind past or present, you have had lovely association with individuals for a time, and sometimes discord and unhappiness drove in, and then you have separated. Many times in the things which were exchanged during that time, when you contact or use them again, to most people they are but a reminder of the discord of the individual and the unhappiness, and your feeling is to get them out of your world. Well, where there has been great hate in those who do not know this law, that is the correct action, but my dear ones, You must remember you are dealing with life every moment, and life acts according to law. Life gives its energy through you to fulfill its divine plan, regardless of what else is in the world around you. Now if there have been unpleasant associations with substance of that sort, then those things have become reminders to you of distress. The way to free yourselves and to help the other life streams be free, whether you are still associated with them or not, is to take the things which were given you in love and happiness at the time when you were harmonious, and give the command that the good which came through the individual is now taken by your I Am presence, sustained and expanded forever, sent forth in victory, and held protected. In that way, you use every gift which has come from the higher mental body of the other person. You are cooperating with that higher mental body, and you use that which it gave of good as an opportunity to call forth the sustaining, expanding power of that good, and to have it protected and held victorious to bless all life. Then, that which was discordant can be purified, if you will but say to your I Am presence, and the I Am presence of the other individual, I am the cosmic law of forgiveness of all human selfishness and discord. TAM, the cosmic law of forgiveness and consuming flame of all human consciousness. Simply give your command that everything discordant which occurred between you is now seized by the angels of blue lightning and annihilated from the universe, cause, effect, record, and memory, so it can touch no other part of life and is replaced by the unfed flame, which takes possession there and holds dominion forever. Use that part of your decree, take possession, produce perfection, etc. In this way, my dear ones, you will clear your life streams from all discord due to the connection with other life streams, with whom you have come in contact in this embodiment, sometimes in former ones. In that way, you will have complete release from all connection with the discordant creations of those life streams with whom you associated in the past. This is a far greater freeing activity than you know. Mankind still are held in their problems because they will not forgive. They will not give this God perfection of life of which I am speaking, to free the energy which has been qualified with discord in the past because of unpleasant association. Remember, if you are to be free, you must accept the management and the responsibility of directing and qualifying energy, because life is energy. Life acts under law. The law of life is the fulfillment of the divine plan, and anything else but obedience to it brings distress. Now when is your obedience to the divine plan going to be complete? That is for you to decide. If you have had unfortunate experiences in various channels, the masterful thing to do is to call on the law of forgiveness for all discord. Call to your I Am presence to reach its hand out, to bless, protect, expand, and sustain for eternity all that was good and perfect. If there was that which was unpleasant, ask your presence, with the sword of blue flame in its hand, to strike into everything that was discordant, to wipe it out, not only from your world, but wipe it out of the life stream to whom it was attached. Because it was not the individual, never. The individuality remains forever pure, because that is the identity of your life stream which is held within the unfed flame in your heart. It was the accumulation around the individual which did the discordant things. It is very much like a child who carries a little dog or cat in its arms. If someone comes up to it, and the cat or dog snarls at the other person, it sometimes injures the other person. The thing that did the damage was not the child, it was the animal creation. The same thing is true of full-grown human beings. The animal creations, which are created in people's feeling world by resentment, are frightful to behold. Resentment is hate, and hate creates a thing of blackness with tentacles that will sap the energy from anything it can contact, and destroy everything it touches. Therefore, my loved ones, today, if you are to have the victory which I can give you, the victory which I want you to have, the victory which America requires, and the victory which is Saint Germain's freedom to America and the world, you must let go of resentment. There is no set of circumstances on the earth that justifies resentment, that ever justifies any human being sending hate to some other part of life. Therefore, your freedom, your opportunity to free yourselves through being the law of forgiveness, is this application of which I am speaking, and that is to command every constructive thing which has ever come to you from any association, to be blessed by your own mighty I Am presence. expanded, protected, and sustained throughout eternity to give victory, blessing, and perfection to all. All energy not qualified with perfection, in your release of the cosmic flame of cosmic mercy and forgiveness to all energy, will be set free from all qualities of discord imposed upon it through a discordant experience. Therefore, if you are to be the flame of mercy, if you believe and mean your decree that, TAM, the cosmic law of forgiveness and consuming flame of all inharmonious action, then you will give the decree and call to your I Am presence, to strike its sword of blue flame into all energy and substance that ever touches your life from any other life stream, and to release every human being from all discord imposed upon the energy of that one's life, when it touches you. Now whether you are great enough to master your own feelings or not, remains to be seen, but if you will do as I have explained, I will do my part, because some of your creations and some of those which have TOUCHED your life streams in the past, will need the ASSISTANCE of the Ascended Masters and Cosmic Beings, because some of those unfortunate creations have been in the channels of war in the past, and therefore are sustained by the mass feeling of war in the present. These things you can have cut away from you during the afternoon, if you will let go of them. If you will remember what your beloved Saint Germain said, never enter sleep until you have sent to every human being who you have ever felt injured you, the divine love and blessing of your being. That is forgiveness. That is mercy. That is cosmic love. That is the release of the freedom and victory of light. That is the fulfillment of the divine plan. Now your feelings will not want to do this, but you have been shown the way and means by which your feelings, if they be discordant, can be commanded to stop the discord, can be commanded into the violet consuming flame, can be commanded to be purified. And the command of your presence releases the cosmic flame of cosmic harmony where the discord seemed to be. Do you know why your bodies are ill sometimes? Because you have not forgiven. You have not given God's love, purity, and peace to some of the energy that touched your world through those experiences. You have held that energy still qualified with the feeling of resentment, so it torments you until you will. Forgive it by the purity and freedom of your presence, and let the sacred fire pour forth as love and blessings to the rest of the universe. That is why the mighty goddess of liberty, the mighty Arcturus, and the beloved Jesus all gave the same decree. If necessary for the protection of America, the jewel in the heart of God, then that light as of 1,000 suns shall descend into the earth and dissolve and consume, what? All human selfishness and discord. It will consume the discord from the energy you have held to yourselves qualified with resentment, with those hard feelings which are but hate to some part of life. Now I am here to help you release yourselves from it this afternoon. If someone does something to you that is vicious and unkind, you who know this law have the full cosmic authority and power of your beloved mighty I Am presence, of every ascended master and cosmic being, and you have every action of the sacred fire which purifies all things. It will release and go forth at your direction into whatever the condition may be, and if you will keep at it, more can be released through your calls than the human creation contains. Therefore, the complete release of each of your bodies from all discord and distress has to come through the law of forgiveness, the giving of the sacred fire through that energy and substance, by burning away the qualities of that which held it close to you to torment you. Now you can be free today. It is all within your own DECISION of your own free will, how much you want to forgive some other part of life, how much victory and freedom I can give you. I am ready to offer all, but the cosmic law demands that you must do a certain part. You must let go, and you cannot let go if you don't forgive. You don't let go of the distress in your bodies unless you give God's peace, the flame of peace to fill the place where the shadows seem to be. My explanation is not quite as happy as it was last Sunday, I believe. I mean for your human, I do not mean for you. My explanation for you is your victory and your freedom, for the human feelings, my dear ones, don't like to be told this, but nevertheless, I would not be your friend if I were to leave you in the darkness of the misunderstanding of the use of your own energy. When I have the power to explain it to you, and in that explaining, flood you with the love and forgiveness which I am, because that is victory. Will you be my victory in everything you contact until your ascension? My love and my forgiveness are my victory, and so shall it be with you. When people are unkind and, as you say, hard-boiled, my dear ones, I know it is not easy, but I say to you, you can have an armor, an armor of flame about you, which burns it up and really never lets it register within you. You can turn away from the condition, and call the Archangel Michael or the mighty Astrea into action to consume it. You can call the I am that I am decree into action to handle all discord. You can form the habit of calling instantly for the complete annihilation of everything discordant ever imposed upon energy and substance is really condensed energy. So when you say energy, you can say substance too, if you like, but all substance is energy condensed. Beloved ones, it is a marvelous feeling to be able to move among distressing conditions and hold the peace within yourselves, which is the great forgiveness in the use of the sacred fire, the blue lightning, the violet flame, the cosmic light substance, and flood it forth in whatever intensity is necessary to burn away the discordant quality, to redeem that energy, qualify it with God's perfection of the universe, and command it to fulfill the divine plan. To some degree, to a very large degree, you do this when you visualize perfection in the place where imperfection seems to be, or when you visualize the luminous presence of an ascended master, enfolding the individual or a condition which is in distress. While you draw within your picture the light substance, yet who of you can tell me how much action of the sacred fire, or great flame the ascended masters can project into the condition whose likeness you visualize? You have been told that you have friends of mighty power. Do you believe it? Yes, sometimes you do, but many times you do not in your feelings. You like to in the intellect, and you try to, but many times that feeling of doubt in the solar plexus just feels that the master has gone away and nobody seems to be around to help you. That is not true. We are no farther away from you than your own heartbeat because we are one with the flame of your life. Therefore, if you seem to lack the feeling of power of forgiveness, we can help you. Our love forgives very readily. We have no desire to hold any feeling against anybody or anything in the universe, except to burn away that which is discordant. We can give and flood God's perfection of the sacred fire into every wrong condition. We have no trouble forgiving, and you should not have. Oh, my dear ones, the hard feelings that are held within individuals, sometimes in families for a whole lifetime, produce such illness and unhappiness. Those things, my loved ones, carry over into the next lifetime, and they build again and again and again, because the individuals who are frightfully antagonistic to each other are bound by cords of energy in that frightful feeling, and they will come back in family relationship again, and again, until one or the other dissolves that frightful quality by rising out of it through divine love. Therefore, you do need ascended master qualities. You do need the radiation from the ascended masters, to make it easier for you to forgive the imperfections of life which you see everywhere about you. You can really form the habit of saying to every wrong condition you see in the outer world, I am, the ascended master's consuming flame and cosmic forgiveness of that condition. I am, the cosmic flame which consumes those qualities and sets that energy free, qualified with the cosmic flame of cosmic love and perfection which I know commands the fulfillment of the divine plan. Then go on your way. Just form the habit of making the call. You can call to any one of us or all. You can call for the activities of the sacred fire, and you have no idea what tons of pressure will be released from your world, especially from your bodies and your feeling worlds. My dear ones, now comes the happy part of which I like to speak. If you will do this, and if it is done completely, so the habit is established of forgiving or just flashing the violet consuming flame or the blue lightning of divine love, from the great central sun through all appearances that are less than perfection, will you find yourselves and your worlds released from those same qualities? As you take those human qualities away from the energy in the imperfection you see around you, will your presence, and we take away those same human qualities from the atomic structure of your bodies. You will return to your eternal youth and beauty, for nothing ever spoiled it but just discord in your feelings. Now you know why I offer you my love and invite you to come into the garden of my heart, for no resentment can exist there, none whatsoever. There is no resentment in the flame of my victory which I can direct everywhere, and I do direct it whenever it is called into outer action. So as you are willing to call the powers of the sacred fire into action in the world about you, to burn away all human qualities and pour the perfection of my cosmic flame of cosmic love, forgiveness, and victory into all the substance and energy you contact. so shall 60% of it take away from your atomic structure, the discord which outpictures as illness or age or distress. Resentment, my dear ones, in business activities and in home conditions too, is 90% of the cause of financial failure or financial lack in the activities of mankind. You cannot have supply when there is held about an individual the frightful vibratory action of hate or resentment. Now remember, resentment is hate, and from this hour henceforth, never for one moment forget that. It really is quite as important to call for the complete cosmic annihilation of all resentment in your beings and worlds, as it is for the annihilation of selfishness and discord. Resentment should be handled individually, because mankind have charged forth so much of life's energy, qualified with the feeling of resentment, and they have felt justified in doing it. That is the biggest mistake of all. That is self-deception, that is hypnotic control and suggestion to life. That is why in the orthodox world of today, such frightful conditions come in, because when they discuss things of a religious nature, the devotees on both sides feel they are justified in hating someone else who does not agree with them. They feel justified in resenting something that did not agree with their own opinions. Therein, my dear ones, have come the frightful tragedies of war, and in this present one, you will find the battle is between communism and those who recognize God. I plead with you from this hour henceforth, do not allow any of your life to go forth charged with resentment to feed 1 second longer the frightful conditions of the outer world. If someone does something to you that is unjust, something distressing or downright vicious and wrong, draw your wall of blue lightning from your mighty I Am presence instantly. Ask the other person's mighty I Am presence to take command and shut it off, and see that it never touches any energy, substance, or consciousness in the universe again. Go into action and make your call, and know that you are the master authority of the cosmic flame of cosmic love's forgiveness. Then you are my victory, if you will do that. You can be dynamically positive against every condition that is wrong or vicious, but you do not need to hate. There is a vast difference. You can be as positive as dynamite against a thing, but you do not have to hate, and resentment is hate. Now if you will really obey Saint Germain's request and never enter sleep until you have forgiven everybody that ever did anything wrong to you, you will know a freedom in these bodies, you will know a supply in your affairs, you will know a peace in your mind, in your feelings, that as yet you have never experienced, because my victory depends on your forgiveness and the annihilation of resentment. When your life contains within it the capacity, the ability to call into action the greater concentration of life's activities, and to use the sacred fire, the cosmic light and consciousness of the ascended masters and cosmic beings necessary to annihilate all wrong qualities and conditions. Why in heaven's name do you feel you are justified in resenting? You know you are not. So, today I am going to release you from that, because many have not understood this particular point. This is why Jesus said, in all thy getting, get understanding. Get understanding of what? How energy acts under your power of qualification. How energy acts through your visualizing faculty. How energy acts and pulls upon your attention. That is the understanding which sets you free. When you come to the Ascended Master's understanding of the great creative word, I am, when you really understand that you have your beloved, I Am presence, and can accept perfection or prevent a wrong condition acting, why do you resent anything? You have God's power because you are life, individualized life which contains the cosmic and fed flame within your heart, and when you have the scepter of power to accept or prevent a condition here, why do you feel justified in resenting anything? You never have been justified in resenting, because it is the greatest disobedience to the law, and I will guarantee anybody on the planet complete release from all distress, all illness in the body and lack in the affairs, when resentment is dead and gone forever. And the purity of our love put in its place, to bless instead of resisting anything. I am asking you today to use your cosmic scepter of the sacred fire, to take your dominion through the cosmic flame of cosmic love and mastery, and use it to annihilate resentment. Then go on your way like the wind, blessing and purifying all you contact, then will you not be caught by anything outside of your pathway. The wind does not ask your permission to perform, does it? When you use your cosmic scepter of the sacred fire, the violet consuming flame, the blue lightning of cosmic purity, or the cosmic flame of cosmic love and forgiveness, the cosmic flame of my cosmic victory or Saint Germain's freedom, the cosmic authority of the divine director. You do not need permission to perform any service to life. Go on your way like the wind. You are master of circumstance and, wherever you move in the universe, purify all things and bless all things. Then you are master of all things by your own scepter of power, if you accept it. You have accepted discordantly qualified energy, why not accept the supreme authority of the sacred fire, to go forth and use your scepter of power? Then you not only have your freedom, but you feel the joy and the thrill of accomplishment, when you raise that scepter of flame and command all human qualities consumed from all that you contact. That is true happiness, to see life streams awaken in peace and happiness and freedom, when you have cut away those creations. It is joy indeed, my dear ones, as you have such an experience, when we have assisted you that far. So, I am going to release you from resentment today, and watch out that you don't say to yourselves, "Oh, I don't have any resentment," because the thing inside of you which wants to make you believe that, is the very resentment you want to get rid of. And it is trying to live longer to fool you again. That is self-justification, and it is not wise either. There are three things connected with the outer self which should be completely annihilated: self-pity, self-justification, and self-deception. You don't need to justify anything that you do. When you do a thing that is right, it is the presence doing it, so you let the presence justify it to someone else. Don't you be concerned about it. The human that wants to justify itself is your enemy, and will remain your enemy until you dissolve and consume it. I am speaking of the discord, not the body. Arthritis would be unknown, indigestion could never be, and lack would cease from the earth, could mankind understand that they must let go of resentment and use their scepter of the sacred fire in blessing, to flood God's love and perfection where discord seems to be. Oh, my dear ones, please conquer, please, I plead with you, conquer every feeling in yourselves of bristle and of irritation towards people or things because they don't do what you think they should. That is resentment. All irritation is resentment. Criticism and condemnation are resentment. Passing of judgment is resentment. Resentment has an infinite number of forms which mankind don't recognize, and that is why it has held control so long, because it had one disguise after another under which it has acted, while gaining energy to live longer to torment mankind, when the law of life is freedom, peace, happiness, and blessing to all. Now you who are calling forth the cosmic healing flame of cosmic love. You who want to heal others. You who want to heal yourselves. Whether you want the healing yourself or you wish to use the power to assist others, you must be free from resentment. It has to be. We cannot entrust to your direction the concentration of our energy into the activity of the fire element in and around you, which would be required to do instantaneous healing if there is resentment within you. When the healing power is drawn forth with terrific sudden action, in enough concentration of the flame in and around your bodies to be all that is required to pour through the individual's physical body, and compel instantaneous change of the condition there, then your feelings must be those of cosmic love and purity. If you are to have that gift from your presence and the ascended host, then all resentment in your feelings must be consumed. That means all irritation, because irritation is nothing on earth but resentment. Irritation is nothing on earth but hate, because the outer feeling cannot get its own way. Every problem that ever came into mankind's outer experience was simply because they wanted their own way, simply because they wanted their way, or irritation and discord, as opposed to the way of peace, blessing, and perfection from the mighty I Am presence. Mankind have been told throughout the centuries, I will fight your battles and you shall hold your peace, and there is no peace in resentment. There is no peace in irritation. There is no peace in criticism and condemnation. So these things, my dear ones, must be extracted. I won't refer to anything else, not like other things are extracted, but just taken out of your solar plexus because that is where resentment is felt. That is why it qualifies the energy in the food. That is why it has caused so much distress throughout the centuries. So let me help you this day to let go of everything which is not the great scepter of the cosmic flame of cosmic love, forgiveness, and my victory over all resentment. I told you I had come to take away from you this afternoon that to which you have been holding, and I still mean it. Now you are going to let go of that. I so decree it. Thank you, precious ones. I accept that for your victory, and I qualify it with my victory of your freedom from all irritation and resentment henceforth. Thank you so much. Won't you be seated? If you will remember, the beloved Master Jesus in healing spoke to many of those human creations in and around individuals, and he spoke directly to the disturbing thing, either the discarnate entities, of which there were many at that time, or the black magicians which sometimes had control, or the humanly created thought and feeling forms which were causing the distress. He used one statement at the time, because he knew his own authority. He recognized it, lived it, and felt it, and in the full authority of his power of the sacred fire, he said, "Come out of him and let go." So shall it be with you. I say to every bit of irritation and resentment that has ever tortured any of you, this hour I take that from you, and I say to that thing, let go. You shall come out of these, the beloved of the light. You shall be annihilated from the universe, and the unfed flame, the cosmic flame of love, forgiveness, and my victory, take your place and be the scepter of the sacred fire through these life streams forever. They shall be clothed with the power of the sun and, raising their scepters of flame, shall free others from all discord under which they have struggled, for they have learned the law, they have walked the path, they have faced the light, they have called on the law of forgiveness. They have acknowledged the TAM as the only authority and only presence acting. Therefore, they move forward this hour with my scepter of loving forgiveness and victory, clothed with the sun, the flame of healing power from the sun, to free others as they themselves have been freed. My victory shall claim all into its heart, and the human qualities of distress shall be consumed within the fire forever. I said I was freedom's twin brother, therefore, when I choose to release life streams from these qualities that have interfered with the full freedom which that mighty cosmic being Saint Germain stands ready to confer, then I move forward by his side and remove those conditions which have held the people of the light in distress, when the cosmic law has said, "Go forward free and be ye my victory to all." I enfold you in the flame of my scepter of power, the cosmic flame unlimited, and your victory shall be made known throughout the world. Give to others as I have given to you, and victory shall claim the earth, and Saint Germain's freedom blaze everywhere, his release to all life from all that is not the divine plan fulfilled. I thank you.